The knife. It is an ultimate survival tool. Really, in the field or in a survival situation, there's nothing that replaces a good quality knife. Now, while the knife fits a lot of different roles, really having multi-tools on your knife makes a difference and really makes life a lot easier. The father of all these multi-tools that we've seen over the past 20 years, really it was inspired by the Swiss Army knife, which has really been around since the late 1800s and started by Victorinox out of Switzerland. The one awesome thing about YouTube is that it not only reaches just the US, but it also reaches around the world. And because of that, I've had a chance to really get to know some great Swiss people. Now, one of my greatest mentors growing up, an excellent craftsman from Switzerland, really taught me a lot about my family business, which is jewelry making. So I have always had a very high admiration for the Swiss people. But that has only increased the more that I have gotten to know these great people from Switzerland. Now we're going to talk about Victorinox today, and what an awesome, incredible company. And so I have some things here I want to show you, just some different samples of my collection of Victorinox. And every one of these, except for one, has been a gift. And many of these have been a gift from the Swiss people, Swiss soldiers. And that really is a high honor to me. And I really want to say thank you. Victorinox started in 1891 by a man named Carl Elsener. And he began to develop these knives because of some technology that came around, and they started issuing these to the Swiss Army. And so in 1909, Carl's mother, Victoria, passed away. And when she did, Carl changed the name of the company to Victoria. Well, in 1921, they began to use stainless steel in their knives. And so they changed the name from Victoria to Victorinox, because the word inox is the French word for stainless steel. So just a little history about where Victorinox came from. And in 2005, Victorinox acquired Wenger, and of course the Wenger symbol. And of course, like I said, they are keeping the Wenger logo and the company open. One side note is that the Victorinox was called the original Swiss Army knife, while the Wenger is called the genuine Swiss Army knife. Now, NASA, since 1978, has been issuing the Master Craftsman for their astronauts as standard equipment. That tells you in itself the quality of Victorinox. Now, here are a number of Swiss knives, different Swiss Army knives, and just a great array. And I want to talk a little bit about each one, but to be honest with you, I'm going to do more of a formal review of these knives coming up very soon. But one of the things that I want to show you right away is the knife that I use more than any other knife in my collection. And it's this little small pocket knife. This is a Victorinox, and it's a multifunctional. Of course, it's got a blade, a file, and a pair of scissors. It has a little pick and has a pair of tweezers. And this all fits into this knife. But this is on my keychain at all times, and I find myself, of course, using this more than any other knife. But one of the things about this little knife, it's small, but it is of high quality. And one of the things about Victorinox is that it is a very quality knife. You don't have to be concerned about it. If you don't have a symbol like this, then your quality can be questionable. Now, this Victorinox itself I purchased, and I've used this for many years. But the rest of these knives are gifts. And I want to talk a little bit about each one and just say thank you to those that have sent them. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about is the Swiss coat of arms. And if you can see, there are two different distinct designs on each of these knives. This is the Wenger, made by Wenger, and it has a rounded off bottom here. This is the Victorinox design as well. Now, the Swiss Army had split the contracts between Wenger, which is also a Swiss company, and Victorinox. So they provide all the knives for the Swiss Army. Now, this is the 1961 soldier's knife. And of course, it has four different tools. It has an aluminum body. I will be doing some separate reviews on these, but this is just to give you a little bit of a history about Victorinox and about the Swiss Army and what they do. But this knife itself was given to me by a former Swiss soldier, Nico. And these are the 1961 Swiss Army knives, which were issued to Swiss troops from 1961 to 2008. So this has been replaced, but this is an issued knife from my friend Nico, who asked not to have his channel revealed. And so I'm going to honor him with that, because he honored me with such an incredible gift. Now this is the 2008 soldier's knife. And this was given to me by the Swiss Specialist. And Benjamin sent this, and I did kind of a thank you review already on this, but we're going to talk about Victorinox right now. One of the things about this, and I am again going to do a review, but as you see, there are 5 tools on this. But one of the biggest things, this was actually given as issued to the German army for a number of years before even the Swiss, even though it was made by Victorinox. And one of the things that was very important is that this would be a one-handed open knife. But this is now the 2008 soldier's knife, and this is current issue. And of course, Benjamin had Team Suits put on here, and also requested what was my favorite Bible verse, and had that engraved as well. What an awesome, awesome gift. Now the 2008 soldier's knife came with this nice rubberized sheath with a Velcro, and this just slips in here, keeps it protected. Now Benjamin also gave me this multi-clip, and this clips onto your belt. Of course, it has the Victorinox symbol here, and put your keys on one, and you can clip your knife into the lanyard, and this can go on your belt. This makes it very handy, and it keeps you from losing your knife, but has a nice chain to it as well. Okay, speaking of soldier's knives, this is the Swiss issue bayonet. And this is for the SIG 550 or the SIG 510 assault rifle. But it's made from stainless steel with a polymer handle. And as you can see right here, Victorinox, right on the blade. You will not find these on the Victorinox website. Here's the sheath. There is a frog that will attach to your belt, which I don't have, but this is also from my friend Nico from Switzerland. And again, an incredible, honorable gift. I saved this little cadet for last because this has a very special meaning as well. And this is the cadet. It's a little smaller than the soldier's knife. This was given to me by one of my favorite YouTubers, Nutnfancy himself. In fact, he hand engraved this. When I was out at the TMP shoot, the All-Star shoot last summer, he gave me one of these and all the different guys that came out for that shoot. And he said that this is one of his all-time favorite knives. Now I'm going to tell you something, from a guy who knows gear like Nutnfancy, that means a lot. You can see these gifts that I've received, these Swiss gifts of Victorinox and Wenger, are some of my most prized knives out of my collection. And I'm very honored. But I do want to say this, because of that, it means a lot. And if you're looking for just a good basic knife to keep in your pocket and to depend on, you can depend on the Swiss Army and Victorinox for high quality, great craftsmanship. Of course, another thing that the Swiss are very well known for are their chocolates. And Nico sent me some really incredible chocolates. I've been hiding these. We were laughing while I've been in touch with him off and on. And my kids actually found this. So I'm going to end up having to split this up. But thank goodness he sent 3 bars. And as you can see, they're not little bite size. I will say Benjamin had sent some chocolate with his as well, and that is long gone. And my 8-year-old little guy loves that Swiss chocolate. In fact, I really had to watch it because he ate most of it. And as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America and Switzerland. Long live the Republic. I have to say that my love for the Swiss people increased with every bite. Oh my God.